ऑडिशन दिया मेरी बहन ने, फिर मैंने दिया, कोई बकवास से टीवी शो का ऑडिशन था आई थिंक, एंड सीरियल का, एंड माय सिस्टर तो वाज लाइक, द कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर वाज लाइक कि ऑडिशन के बाद वो आता है बाहर और मेरी मम्मी को बोलता है आपकी बेटी तो कर लेगी, इससे नहीं हो पाएगा, इसको वापस ले जाओ.
So I gave the audition for Rishi's role in Mismatched.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
and so like I got shortlisted and something. So like I used to stay in hostel back then, and it was in Andheri. So literally beside the hostel there was this Ganesh ka temple, and so like I never prayed to God कि मुझे ये दे दो, ये दे दो.
You know, ये समोसे, you know, COVID था. During COVID आप क्या करते हो? You know, you eating, you know, all the time. And मेरे को audition आ गया for the role. You're like कि we want to test you for this role, ठीक है? And we had party last night. And he's like, COVID में क्या करोगे? It's like you're sitting, just eating, ठीक है? Watching, वही करते थे सब लोग.
But okay, I see you guys have given many auditions. Okay, I want to know the weirdest audition story right now, if you have any.
Weirdest audition.
मेरी तो ये है कि मैं तो पहले जब the first time I came, I gave an audition and my sister is also an actor. So me, my sister, and for some reason my mom was also there. Because it was the second day in Bombay, I think. And audition दिया मेरी बहन ने, फिर मैंने दिया, कोई बकवास से टीवी शो का ऑडिशन था आई थिंक, एंड सीरियल का, एंड माय सिस्टर तो वाज लाइक, द कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर वाज लाइक कि ऑडिशन के बाद वो आता है बाहर और मेरी मम्मी को बोलता है आपकी बेटी तो कर लेगी, इससे नहीं हो पाएगा, इसको वापस ले जाओ. And that's the day I decided. I was like, I will do it.
He is doing it. Guru Bhai.
Guru Bhai. Now they call it Guru Bhai. Guru Bhai.
जो एक्टिंग से रिलेटेड नहीं है, फिर वो कुछ और ही डायरेक्शन में चले जाती है.
वो सबके साथ हुआ है.
वो बातें नहीं करेंगे.
सबके साथ.
Okay, anyone else?
यार
Weirdest.
कैसे होता है?
weirdest
हम लोग ऑडिशन देते थे आराम नगर में बहुत टाइम, लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आराम नगर में देते थे कोविड से पहले. अभी तो बंद हो गया आई थिंक. हम लोग गए हैं कुछ लोग. मैं
अभी भी होते हैं.
अभी भी होते हैं.
बहुत होते हैं आई थिंक. मैं उसके साथ उसके साथ
It's all started.
नहीं
It started, but it's much less than what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's just streamlined now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are no lines and
एंड
stuff.
वहाँ पर लाइक अब जब आप एज एन एक्टर नए एक्टर की तरह जाते हो ना, आपको नहीं पता होता है कि वो लोग क्या प्रोसेस है वहाँ का. तो इट्स लाइक अगर आप जाओगे ना तो वो आपको देखेगा भी नहीं. इट्स लाइक डू आई फिट, इज लाइक he'll ignore you directly. Sometimes it's like no not fit. वो फोन पे ही रहेगा. वो तुमको
Yeah.
They told you not fit.
नए एक्टर
You should show the abs, the fit, bro.
Not fit for
हैव फॉर द शो ओनली.
Obviously.
Sorry.
शो के लिए
यार तुम अंडरटोन जोक समझो यार तुम मेरे.
करेगा क्या? खाना नहीं खाने देगा. इट्स लाइक साल भर एब्स.
भाई मुश्किल होता है, सिंपल सी
Yeah.
बात है, आसान नहीं है कुछ.
देखो रिजेक्शन,
मजे करो, खुश रहो.
I can't think of the weirdest one.
स्पिरिचुअलिटी.
A lot of them have been weird.
Yeah. मुंबई में आपको रिजेक्शन ऑटो से मिल जाता है.
Weird one though, but
Sometime आप
a
meeting-
memorable one actually. So I gave the audition for Rishi's role in Mismatched.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like I got shortlisted and something. So like I used to stay in hostel back then, and it was in Andheri. So literally beside the hostel there was this Ganesh ka temple, and so like I never prayed to God कि मुझे ये दे दो, ये दे दो. For the first time I thought कि okay, let me go there, get it, like you know, just ask him कि I was like, please let me like have this role, please tell Netflix to cast me. And then cut to the next day I came to know that no, I'm not shortlisted. so I was like, oh, I'm angry on you now. So cut to 1 year later, I got casted for a Netflix show. And the first day of the shoot, me and Madhyama, sorry, were shooting somewhere in Andheri itself. I got the call sheet a day before, and the location was right in front of the Ganesh Mandir. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, it was literally like, you know, so you know, I told you that my hostel is there. Yeah. And we went to the shoot on the first day, and we went together. Like I used to stay in Borivali back then, and she was in Malad, I think. Yeah. So we both went, and on the way to, like, I saw a school on my right hand side, and I told you it was called Farooq School, something on that line. So I was like, oh, circle of life, everything is connected.
Manifest.
Yeah, and in fact, I was so excited that night itself. I called Divya, who is the DA of Gul ma'am, and I was like, Gul ma'am, you have to hear this. And I said the entire story, and she was like, Very good, Farooq. Now you sleep. Tomorrow you have an early schedule. Yeah. So yeah, that was a memorable audition actually. But finally, I'm in a Netflix show.
तो ब्रो यार
You are.
Yeah.
इतने ऑडिशन दे चुके हैं कि अब तो मेमोरी भी सब भूल गए हैं वो लोग क्या क्या
I have like
बहुत
a
कुछ हुआ
super
Aiyo.
interesting story as well, which is that I also give like countless auditions here and there. Sometimes when I'm like, even when I'm on the road and there's like an urgent deadline, then I'll be like, stop, like figure out a place and do it. So I've given countless auditions, but there's this one instance that kind of, let's say, reinstated my whatever belief or understanding of timing and how you can't force it. So there was this one project that I had been reached out for like over a period of 2 weeks and I wasn't able to record. I was traveling and I basically didn't even respond to the message. Then this one time I was in Bombay for an ad and that person just happened to call me and said, listen, we're actually closing this audition today. Can you send a self-test? I said, yeah, listen, it's really weird with the self-test because I'm traveling. If you want, I'm in Bombay. I'm leaving tonight, but I can come for like an hour. So he said, okay, cool. So I went, just did the audition, went home, forgot about it. 4 months later, I happened to know that, okay, I got that project. And the weird thing is that you prepare for so many auditions and you put your heart into it and those don't happen. And then sometimes it's just like,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
fails. So it's like,
Yeah.
there's no point for you trying to consider that, okay, why am I not getting it? Why am I not getting it? Because sometimes it works with so much lubrication that you don't have to do anything and it works out.
So true.
Yeah, I'll actually add to his story. Very similar story. So for me, something very similar happened, and it happened for class. I used to get audition calls, but I never did them purely because I've never seen myself as an actor. I love cinema. I'm a very visual person, but I'm primarily a musician first. So I always kept that as the first, thing. And I remember जब मेरे पास क्लास का ऑडिशन आया तो मैंने आई थिंक पहले 2 या 3 महीने तो मैसेज का जवाब ही नहीं दिया.
What?
हाँ मैंने कहा कि यार ये तो इतना बड़ा सीरीज है ये मतलब कोई इट डजंट मेक सेंस मतलब मैं दूंगा मैं अच्छा ही नहीं मैं परफॉर्म करूंगा फायदा ही नहीं है. इट्स लाइक अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. I remember similarly 1 week or I think 4 days before they were closing auditions, मेरे को call आता है and they're like, look, the director really wants you to audition for it. So out of goodwill and just to save face, मैंने वो audition दिया. And long story short, I'm sitting here in front of you, and I think it's like timing is divine. That's what it is.
And he's working
yeah.
It is.
Which is why I think one thing that you can't miss is that if it throws an opportunity at you, then the stupid decision is to think that, oh, you're not meant for it and let it
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Your job is to just do.
Just do it.
And
There's so
then-
many external factors that have nothing to do with you.
Right.
So that's where
Yeah.
it gets tricky.
Yeah.
And
then it's like
exactly. I think the greatest learning is that what's not in your control should not be your worry.
जब मिलने वाला होगा मिल जाएगा. It's like हमने तो कोविड में पराठे खाते थे, ये समोसे, कोविड था. ड्यूरिंग कोविड आप क्या करते हो? You eating, all the time. And मेरे को ऑडिशन आ गया for the role. You're like, we want to test you for this role, ठीक है? And we had party last night. And he's like, कोविड में क्या करोगे? It's like you're sitting, just eating, ठीक है, watching, वही करते थे सब लोग. तो इस लाइक कि मैंने कहा ब्रो यार आज तो नहीं दे सकता सॉरी कल ले लेना. It's like उसके 2 दिन बाद I gave audition because they wanted Haryanvi accent and all, so I prepared audition and all. Then they were like no खाली accent ही चाहिए bro, Haryanvi नहीं चाहिए पूरी.
Okay.